Welcome Raiders to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in this one, wow, the Chaos Awakens has arrived. The new event dungeon, right? And a lot of players are not happy at how intense, how hard this new event dungeon is. What if I told you on day one, I am already stage 30, full auto. Now it is not, of course, crazy fast. Because I mean, this thing is insane. She takes lots of turns, and it's not an easy fight. And that's if you can get through the wave first to get to her second form that she automatically turns into. Before we even get, into it, right, of showing the actual run, I want to talk a little bit about the dungeon or the champions you can choose. Now, she is a mythical champion, right? She's Force Affinity. And the wave is going to have a few two force, Wither and Volcanos. And then you have a magic, and then you have spirit. You have Hefrak, and then you have Mortimer Cab. So a lot of players I've been noticing in the community, we have Loki being able to solo it. I think Final Kampachi did that. And then Tyranku was doing Bivolt. And I think someone else was used a mythical. I forget who was. But anyways, what I wanted to showcase was a different champion that was way back, was super OP when Sandoval first came out. And no one believed in him. No one believed in this champion at all. They said he's trash. Skip this. Skip it. 100% skip it. It's not going to be good. Then Amius came out. The Lunar Archon, yes, remember when he came out and I kept telling everybody, man, I'm going to buy the 6-star blessing because that champion that no one believes in Sandevil is going to be OP for this boss. And wow, not only did he make my whole Curse City easier, Iron Twins easier, Sandevil with chickens. That's right. If you guys are wondering who I'm talking about, that is going to be Blizzard. Blizzard can solo the new event dungeon, and not just stage 30, but all stages. But hold on, you might be like, Jay, but you have a 6-star blessing. I didn't always have it. I actually spent a lot of resources over the few months, right, probably almost 8 months to a year, saving it for it. And I thought, why would I 6-star this? It's not going to be that OP. Like 5-star, is still good enough to land the brimstone. But I really wanted to go all the way back then, and I believed in the champion, and now it makes it way better. I will say the build is kind of insane. Player really took it to the edge. I thought, okay, I'm 6-star blessed. This will be easy. Nope. The game's like, screw your blessings, screw your champion's defense and HP. It's like it doesn't even matter. But let's show the build real quick. So it's in regeneration / immortal. Has a little bit more HP from the stone skin right here to get more HP. If we're looking at the stats are almost 100,000. Okay, at 5,363, at 301 speed. Now you don't need that much speed, but it's gonna probably make your runs longer. I had some runs going 7 minutes, 6, 5, and the fastest I could get it to was 4-ish minutes. And I'll show you different builds you can do. If you can't do the offensive version, you can go a more defensive or supporty version to keep Blizzard more alive, because you can go the more offensive version, which is using Giant Slayer plus the brimstones to beat the boss, basically, right? I haven't even got retribution because I've done so much testing, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough. I spent like almost 1,000 gems rechanging masteries, and I will show you other masteries from Raid Bro what you can go with, but we'll get there soon. In terms of the books, I have them fully booked because from my account, you do not need this champion fully booked. Just to let you know. And then he has like one blood shield ring, but it doesn't really matter because he doesn't do no damage, and he doesn't have the blessing. He doesn't have the blessing miracle heal to make that whole emergency heal to with the blood shield ring to be really nice. In terms of the relic, I'm gonna make that a surprise, and let's see if you guys can. The relic changed everything. Literally, I was able to solo Blizzard stage 27, 28, 29. Could not do stage 30, but this one relic changed everything, and I think it's gonna help a lot of players out there. But let's go check the run real quick. What's the team? Well, I used a lot of different variants, but they were all seer teams. Just it helps out, especially when you start to get the like stage 28 and up, you start getting Volcanos. Volcanos is, man, he's just so tanky. He has this A3 that damage received by this champion is decreased by 50% while this skill's not on cooldown. So if you try to go first and kill him, he doesn't die. I'm like, what? So unless you have lots of buffs, this is the team that I came up with, and I'll explain why. And I had so many different variants. This is the best variant. So we have Kaja in the lead, of course, using speed, lead aura, right? So we can get a little bit more speed. The speeds doesn't really matter. You don't need 372. That's just for live arena and arena. You can have 310 speed. It's totally fine. Lydia has to go put the decreased defense and weaken, right? Increased speed buff. Blizzard has to go there, activate some buffs, because I don't have a Siffy, I don't have Marius. For a lot of people out there, it was like, can't you just use Marius? Yes, you can use Marius. I don't have one, right? As you can see, I'm not even halfway there. Which just goes to show you can beat endgame in this content without having this champion. You guys have seen my timid video, right? My 6-star timid. I destroy people with this champion, and this is a horribly rated champion, right? Anyways, back to the Blizzard team. So in terms of the stats, I had to bring Seer's at 268, and she's gonna go last. I had to bring a Wither the Crown, which is kind of funny because she's in the waves, right? She's actually in the waves, like when you're fighting like the boss. But she's really good because she can remove debuffs, which you want to remove the HP burn from Volcanos, because it's unresistible and unblockable, but not cleansable. So you can cleanse. But did you know that like 85 to 90% of all champions that cleanse in Raid Shadow Legends will always put a buff or something or turn meter boost after? You don't want to do that, because then you get a burn again. She can heal you and cleanse, no buffs, no turn meter boost. So that's why I went with Wither the Crown. You don't need to heal, you just need the cleanse. There's other champions that can do that. And then of course Blizzard uses the A2 for more buffs, and then Seer goes and uses the Karma Burn and one shots. Now this is not 100%. Of course Lydia can 3%, so it's a 97% chance to win if you think about it, right? There's no way to get it unresistible unless I want to use like Ghost Spawn, but I haven't tried Ghost Spawn yet, or come up with some interesting speed tunes for that. For now, let's just check this out. All right, here we are. So right from the beginning, we got Kaja boosting turn meter ×1. Next person's going to be the Blizzard buffing up. Then it's going to be Lydia putting the decreased defense and weaken. Then we're going to have to Wither the Crown is actually going to cleanse us. And the reason why you need to cleanse is because of Volcanos. If you do not cleanse that, if you bring turn meter boost or anything like that, like or buffs, he'll re-burn you. But if you just cleanse but no buffs, no turn meter, we're fully no burns. That's why you have to do that. Also, puts everybody in like a nice health, right? And then you can just pop and try to get one shot. If you don't get the decreased defense because of 3% off Lydia, you gotta do it again, unfortunately. So it's not 100% win rate, it's a 97% win rate because of 3% on the Lydia. But I mean, what can we do, right? What can we do? Unfortunate. As you can see there, Volcanos also almost survived, but yeah, we're gonna full auto here so we can kind of talk while it's going on. This is not just Brimstone only. There's a lot of key factors. There's 3 things that are happening here. You need specific masteries, you need specific stats, and you need to have, of course, Brimstone, and you need to have a relic. So there's 4 things to get this to work. I tried, and there's another variant too, which I'll show you in the masteries. There's another variant which is the Giant Slayer version, which I originally was using, and it works, but it's not really like effective. I need more defense or HP, or maybe even more speed. Honestly, I gotta do more testing. But I don't. It's faster by like a minute or two because of the Giant Slayer packs, but those are RNG. But I actually like the supportive one because it's more consistent in terms of the win rate, which would be 97%. But yeah, this is this is gonna go for a while. What's happening is basically, since she gets so many extra turns, she kind of changes what happens, right? In the like turn order, and then also she has this boost this champion's turn meter by 10% for each dead ally with each critical hit, which is insane because she has 4 dead allies. Plus she gives herself increased crit rate. So yeah, oh man, this boss is annoying. It's it's not even, you know what's the annoying part? It's not even the buffs that she does or the true fearing. It's none of that. Not even her A1 or her killing everybody like our whole team. I'm okay with that. You know what it's annoying? Right here. When these skeletons come out, they do so much damage. It's unbelievable. It's insane how much they do. But if you have a specific relic, this is the last key addition. Of course, being Spirit Affinity is one great thing. But also having the relic is just important. Without it, it's like I tried like 5 other relics. This relic made it full auto. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, see if we can cut through. But this is pretty much what happens, as you can see, right? You know, you gotta try to land Brimstone right before she A3s, then she A3s extra turn, A2s, kind of like Amius, right? You land the Brimstone right before he goes into his alternate form, and then he double Brimstones himself, and you're like, yay, that's like 25-30% of the boss's HP done like that, right? So same thing here. That's pretty much what we're doing. It's just annoying that with the extra turns, it's a little bit different than turn meter boost. But yeah, I mean, we're doing okay, I guess. Actually, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I've had this, when I first tried this, it was really bad. When I first did it, it was like 7 minutes. Then I got it down to like 6, 5. 4 minutes with Giant Slayer was my best record. But I don't recommend players to use that strategy. I noticed it's like a 60 to 70%, and I don't know if that's because I don't have the relic leveled up higher. Maybe that could be it. As you can see, Blizzard can die, but because of his passive coming back, it gives you that insurance, right, that other spirit champions might not have. Now, of course, Bibald has a strengthen, and Loki has the passive that makes him take, you know, less damage. But it's pretty much the relic is doing pretty much a lot of the work. Regeneration and Immortal are doing work as well, but it's the relic that is saving, is literally making this doable. Look, like you drop and then you heal right back up, right? It's like it's insane. And then when you look at the end, we'll look at the end results and see how much healing you have to freaking do. Like, what? It's crazy. Oh man, like, yeah, if you pretty much don't have the relic, you can use any spirit champion that has like good sustain. But if you don't have that relic, oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of crazy. Sometimes you can see that a brimstone won't land correctly, right? It'll land like only 1 out instead of the 2, and that's, once again, that's because of her critting, that we can't control her critting, and the player had to give her increased crit rate so that it's more likely to happen. And it's not just like 15% crit, no, or 15% turn meter. She's getting 10 times 4, which is 40% turn meter for every day. Like, what? But yeah, imagine if someone could come up with a speed tune and calculate all the different RNG of, if she crits, this happened, if she doesn't crit, this yeah, that's a little too much, even for me, okay. That's a little too much. Now I thought of taking off Blizzard's A2, right, so he doesn't get that increased defense and just spams A1s. But then sometimes, if depending on your speed, you might land Brimstone when she's not even close. Like right here, we landed it on both. She's gonna get a double Brimstone, right? Which is really, really good. So the animations of the living, that's what takes so long. Those skeletons every single time attacking, like, yo. They took half the fight, no cap. All right, so let's see what that relic is. It's an epic relic that doesn't even give him the stats that he necessarily needs. Golden elixir. He doesn't need attack. He doesn't need accuracy. His accuracy can help out Brimstone, but I have a 6-star. 5-star, you need some accuracy on your Blizzard, you know, to land it. But this doesn't help me at all. But that extra, every single time he drops 50%, you saw how much it was healing. Like crazy. So, but I got it to level 9, and it gives me an extra 4%, so it's actually 14%. I wish I could actually get this way higher. I want this to get to like level 5 or 6. So bad. Because then I want to focus on using the War Master version. Because the masteries I'm using are this version, which is the defense / support. Now this one, the one that I had previously, if you see the Giant Slayer in that one, it's good, but the problem is like sometimes those skeletons or she'll crit when you can't control that. And you take a little too much. Now I thought to myself, wait a minute, what if I just went over here, right, and I just ascended the gloves to get a little bit more defense or HP percentage, and I came over here and fully, you know, ascended everything, like literally everything? Would that be enough to then go back to the Giant Slayer variant so I can have way faster runs? I'm gonna do some more testing. I'm gonna make this literally 100%, right, or 97 because of Lydia. But I want to make it really good. I'm still gonna farm this overnight because, hey, but I'm giving you the sauce, right? The different stuff. Now, of course, could I use Loki? Well, Loki doesn't give me, he only gives me like 1 buff, right? He has like the perfect veil. That's not, I don't think that's gonna be enough for my seer. And if I think about Bivold, right? Bivold is not bad. I think he's got the shield. Gosh, strengthen. Can't provoke. Yeah, it's not enough. Unfortunately, it's not enough for my seer to get buffs to the nuke. Now you can get the HP lead, which is amazing, right? So I can definitely see that being helpful. Loki's is only accuracy, which is like, dang. It would have been like defense for HP would have been really good too. And Blizzard has no no aura at all, because that would definitely would have been nice to see if I could use that. But yeah, in terms of using this Spirit Haste, if you need it, you can go with it. I didn't want to make him too fast because I've been intimidating presence on my Kaja, and if you go too fast, you don't land a Brimstone as often. You start to like get kind of weirded out. And also this Retribution, you got to be careful with this too. That's why I didn't put it on. If you use the A1 and he auto attacks, counter attacks, you can activate Brimstone at the wrong time because you're counter attacking. So I just noticed it's just, there's so many things that can happen against this boss, and it's just so annoying. But anyways, this is my build. You can use any champion, I believe, if they're tanky and they have a 5-star blessing with Brimstone, and you have golden elixir, and you bring these support healing masteries, right, and defensive, you should literally be able to use any spirit champion. I'm curious to see what champions you have that are spirit that you're going to use to solo this new event dungeon. Let me know in the comments below which one do you have on your account that you're going to use now that you know this strategy on how to beat this boss. And hey, I'm very curious to see what else people have cooking up in store, you know, Bronco and everybody else. I'm very curious. I'm going to keep tuning this. I already spent like 900, 1,000 gems to get this full auto. But I'm gonna try to make it better. I'm gonna go do some Sand Devil, some Shogun, and get his build like more glyphed out. It's kind of funny how Hard Faction Wars has insane glyphs, this dungeon is super overtuned, but you need insane glyphs from hard faction wars to do this, because it makes it easier if you have those extra HP, defense, and speed stats. Anyways, thank you Raiders for watching this Raid Shadow Legends video. Let me know down in the comments. Oh, if you guys want to see the speed, the speeds of the champions or the builds of the champion, the builds really don't matter. It's only the speeds. So I don't have any protection sets. I don't have any feral sets. I don't have none of that on anybody. So it's just Kaja's at 372, but you only need like faster than 305 against the Wither the Crown because she's 305. Lydia's 282. Seer's at 268. Wither is at 270, so she goes right in front of the Seer to cleanse before the Seer goes. And then my Blizzard is going at 301 speed. And that's without the masteries, right? Like the more speed on the mastery. So you could get more technically if you need more. I was at 295 and I pushed a little bit higher to see if that would make any difference. I can't go back now because I already used the speed glyphs. But that's it for me. I'm curious to see what other people have in store, you know, from what other factions. Spirit Affinity. I'm actually curious. Hold on. Let me see if I can see any good ones. No, who's gonna solo with Archer? Oh, we did get a 5-star Archer. Oh, and he has heal all allies by 5% on his A1. You can turn off his A2 and his A3 and just keep healing himself. Hey, everybody got a 5-star Archer for the Titan event. Not everybody. Some people got 3 stars like me. Do you have a 5-star Ludic Archer that you can use with Brimstone? Put him in regeneration. Hey, let me know what champion down in the comments. I'm curious what you're gonna use to solo this boss. Good luck on this Chaos Awakens event dungeon. If you have any other questions. Oh yeah, one last thing to give you guys some, which I probably should not have shown that. Too late. We have over here we have some stats and some information. Hefrak is actually going 255 speed. Wither the Crown is going 305. Volcanos is going 250. Mortimer Cab is going 251, and Carissa is going 270. I hope that helps you in terms of trying to get your own speed tuned for your event dungeon. If you need any other help, definitely get into the Discord, exclamation Discord. And we also do help a lot of people. If you guys didn't know, I am an account takeover specialist. So if you need someone to actually get you to stage 30 or try to get you a full auto stage 30, you're definitely going to want to hit me up here, right here, or you come to twitch.tv/JRStar3. That could be another option for you as well. All right, Raiders, hopefully good luck for you. And if it's too overtuned and you don't want to bother, it's totally fine. You could do stage 25 or 27. Some people are doing 28. If that's what you want to do, that's totally fine. I totally understand. I think Plarium went a little too hard on this boss, but yeah, good luck. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.